Today, I am very excited to introduce someone truly inspiring, Colleen Reinders. And about 6 years ago, Colleen and I met through our shared love of knitting. And since then, every conversation with her has felt like a journey. From beautiful travel stories and unforgettable adventures around the world to music, creativity, family, and art. She is a talented musician, traveler, storyteller, and artist who creates one of a kind felted wool hats by hand, each filled with creativity and heart. Colleen, thank you so much for being here today.
You're
How would you describe yourself in your own words?
well. I am a wife. I am a mother of four. I have almost 8 grandchildren. One is going to be born in November. I love people. I love creating, as you said, and I love being a musician. Um, yeah, I love to travel. I mean, all those things you said already, but that's basically me in a nutshell. But I love God.
What is your outlook of life?
My outlook of life. We were put on this earth for a reason. We were created to do something. We were called to love one another, finding what you're passionate about, and then doing it and being obedient. Life. I feel like when I knit, that brings me happiness. I'm creating, I'm doing things. But when I play the piano, I feel like that was what I was really created to do. Like that's who I am. I'm a pianist, and that brings me such joy to play music. I play for my church, obviously, but I also find it a real privilege and incredible joy to play for a wedding, play for funerals. Wow, to play at a funeral to bless those that are grieving. Oh my goodness, that brings such joy. And because music, as you know, is very powerful, right? If you're feeling very down, a lot of times music can lift you. If you're feeling happy, it just makes you even more happy.
Yes,
Music is very
yes.
powerful. So I feel like
Yes, very powerful.
um,
And very important in all of us, our life.
yeah, this playing with my grandchildren.
Oh, I'm sure, I'm sure.
And
I
watching
can
them
imagine.
grow, being able to speak into their life when they're sad, being able to lift them up and pray for them, go and celebrate their birthdays, their things. It brings real joy.
Very nice, very nice. Actually, I am curious about what keeps you inspired and positive every day. They are related questions, but I want to
What keeps me positive?
inspired and positive every day. Small things, it can be small
Yeah.
things.
Again, I'm sorry, it just keeps coming back to my faith. I begin every day walking. I walk my dog every day.
Mhm.
And while I'm walking, I'm listening to somebody reading the Bible, and and then once that's done, then I talk to God as if He's walking beside me, and we talk about everything. Sometimes I even yell at Him, like, "Why are you not
Why?
listening?" And then I go into my life and I do my work, and I really try to live my life as if I'm doing it for the Lord. So whatever I do, whether it's making a meal for somebody, whether it's sewing for my son, fixing his jeans because he's ripped it again at work, I try to do it as if I'm doing it for the Lord, as if, yeah. And that
That's
inspires me. That keeps me going.
Religion is so important in our lives.
Mhm. You
Uh,
know, what I have though is not a religion. Like, I don't really like even the word religion because for me, I don't have a religion. I have a relationship with God. Just like I'm talking with you, I talk with God.
mhm.
Um, so, yeah.
That's nice. Music, as you said, has always been an important part of your life.
Mhm.
When did you first start playing piano?
Oh, wow. My mom and dad wanted me to have piano lessons when I was 6, and I hated it.
Really?
Yeah, I hated it. I even had a timer on the piano. When that timer was done, I was out of there. And but what changed for me was my piano teacher. I was with several other piano teachers before, and then when my mom found this other woman, she changed my life because she taught me how to play piano differently. Again, it was to do with my faith. Many times we didn't even touch the piano. She just talked. She wanted me to tell me my trouble. She wanted me to talk to her about my life, and then we talked about music, and yeah, she just made music come alive. And that's really, then I started to play differently. I played for God, and even
Oh,
classical music. I love taking, she did this, and I wanted to copy her. And I took classical music, I played beautiful classical music, and then I flowed it into something that I wrote myself. And while I'm playing it, I'm thinking about how much I love God. And then I go back to the classical music, and I just love that.
I think she taught you how to like and infuse into your life.
Yes. Oh, very
That's
much so.
why.
Very
That's
much.
why you.
Now you, after that, after working with her, I had a timer because, but I never even paid attention to it. And when I was in
That's really
university,
nice.
I went to university for music because I wanted to become a concert pianist.
Mhm.
And while I was in the practice rooms practicing my classical music, I found myself preferring to play my other music, my Christian, if you will, other music, and then I decided that I was going to leave university and not pursue the classical music. Um,
And you went to university,
yes, and you,
piano,
yeah.
just piano.
Hmm. Well, no, it was a liberal arts. I had to take other courses too, just like first year university. But my goal was to become a concert pianist, and but God got a hold of me and changed me. And then I very soon after that I met my husband, and he asked me to come to Ontario because I was in BC, and that's when I met. 2 days after I got here,
Oh,
I met my future singing partner, and we began singing together we've been singing together now with our band for 46 years.
46.
Yeah.
What a long time.
And
Very
12, we made
nice.
12 albums together, traveled all over North America, and yeah.
And your voice is also very pretty, very nice.
Oh, thank
I
you.
haven't
Have you
heard
heard it?
I haven't heard it live, but I watched your video,
Oh, right. Okay.
and you have a strong voice.
Thank you.
Actually, I was gonna ask, but you already
Oh,
responded
sorry.
to your university and performing with your group.
Mhm.
And another thing I admire so much is your incredible creativity with knitting and felt making. Who taught you how to knit? Who
Oh.
taught you?
Well, my mom taught me originally, but my mom is the kind of person that loves to help people. And so she would take my mistakes and fix them and then give it back to me. And so I never really learned how to fix my mistakes. Then I came to Ontario and met my mother-in-law, and she was the one that taught me how to fix mistakes, but then she would make the mistake again and give it back to me and tell me to fix it. So, and then I started making things for my children, and yeah, and I just kept going, kept knitting blankets, especially for new babies, and yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, and one thing I would say, one of those blankets I started making because my brother-in-law, he was the last one to have children, and so everybody thought they weren't going to have children, and then they adopted a child, and I only had 3 months to make this blanket, and so I took this blanket with me everywhere. I was knitting in church, I was knitting at my kids' hockey games, I was knitting on the bus, everywhere, to finish this blanket because it was very, very hard to make and long. And because of that, that's what made me fall in love with knitting, because I learned that when you knit, you're never waiting for anything.
Yes.
So,
I know, because you are knitting everywhere, and you
everywhere.
carry your
I
knitting
know.
everywhere, in the plane, in the cruise.
Well, and I actually, when you're waiting in the lineup to go through security, I take my knitting and I'm knitting in the lineup. My son would not like this, but I have my knitting beside me in the car, and at a stoplight, I knit, and then I put it down, or I put it on my lap. Crazy.
It's funny, yes, it's crazy. What inspired you to begin making felted wool hats?
Well, I think like a lot of women, we like to buy things.
Yes.
And,
exactly.
we have a little bit of a problem. So because I traveled with my singing career, I would always like to go to yarn shops, and I wanted to buy yarn from the local area. And as a result of that, I had so much yarn that I could open my own store. And I realized I have a problem.
Yes.
So I
saw your yarn store downstairs.
Yes. So I thought, I got to use this stuff up. So I started making hats and felting them, just an experiment. And people started to ask me if they could buy one, and I would buy it. I would give them my hat and they would pay me. And so I started to sell a lot of hats and make quite a bit of money at it. And one day at my church, the pastor he asked this question, and he said, "What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail?" It's an interesting phrase. I thought he made it up, but I've since seen it all in different stores. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? And then I said to myself, I would have a hat store. I would sell hats, and I would give all the money away to help build the Esther School in Zambia, Africa. So this is what I'm thinking in my head. And the pastor then said, say yes to God and leave the results up to him. So I said yes to God. It's in your hands. And then I started selling tons of hats, having lots of orders. The store in Niagara on the Lake, they take my hats, they sell them.
Yes.
And and I've been to Africa, I've been to Zambia, where the school is that I'm helping to build.
That's very
and
nice of you.
Aisha, it is unbelievable what that school is doing in that community, helping hundreds of kids. Not only the kids, but the parents. It's giving parents employment. It's giving, it's changing the whole environment of the school.
Yes.
In Africa, if you educate a boy, you educate a boy. If you educate a girl, you change the whole community.
Yes, you are right. Mother's always very important. I personally love the way you combine different yarn textures and colors together. Where do you find inspiration for your color choices?
Oh, that is a really good question. Nobody's ever asked me that before. Well, it sounds silly, but I don't know. I let the yarn talk to me. I look at it and I think, know. What do you think? And then I just try and I experiment.
I love your colors.
That's all I
They
do. I just
suit very
experiment.
well.
And you
Yes,
know, it looks different once they're
it
felted.
is your signature.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I know you and your husband are passionate travelers and have visited many countries together. And I heard that many of your trips involve long walking or cycling adventures.
Mhm.
What attracts you to that style of travel?
Okay, this trip that we're going on in a few days is going to be very different because it's sitting in a car. We're traveling all around
Yes,
England.
I asked you if you are walk or
Yeah,
cycling.
well, we're mostly sitting in a car. So this is going to be very challenging for us, for my husband especially, not for me because I'll be knitting. But we will be doing a walk on the Hadrian Wall, so we will try to get a few hikes in here and there. But we love seeing the world on our feet or biking. You know, we bike all through Provence, France, and oh my goodness, biking through villages, you smell the smells, you hear the birds.
Yes.
You see so much more than if you were walking. Obviously, you would do that, you would hear and see all that while you're walking, but you don't go very far. So biking is the best of both worlds. You can still have some distance and still see and smell and experience something that you wouldn't in a car. For instance, when we were biking through Provence, France, we not only had beautiful sunny weather, we also got caught in a thunderstorm. And I'm not kidding, a major thunderstorm where we had to run to a random house and knock on his gate and try to speak broken French. Please help. And he put us in a shed where we waited for an hour while this massive storm. So you wouldn't experience that if you were driving.
Yes, you are right. And they are all different experiences. And it's fun also.
Yeah.
And I know you went Machu Picchu last year. And what was it like finally reaching Machu Picchu after all that preparation, all the steps you
Well, the first word is
climbed.
relief. Because hiking 4 days in those mountains at such high altitude.
How many steps you took?
Oh, steps altogether?
Altogether. Did you count it?
My Fitbit did, but I don't remember it off by heart. But it was a lot of. It wasn't actually so many kilometers because often we walk many kilometers. Like we did the Camino from Porto to Santiago, and that was 310 kilometers. That was a lot of kilometers. Machu Picchu was 4 days, but I wouldn't say it was like a lot of kilometers, but it was a lot of altitude. Very difficult to hike that high up.
Yes, it is. It should.
It's very hard to get your breath, and
it was a great success for you. For
sleeping in a tent every night.
Oh yes.
And having to get up. Get up at 4 in the morning in the dark. But when you hike and
big
you see
accomplishment.
I
don't know if I can do.
When you see the sunrise over Machu Picchu, but we still hadn't arrived yet. We saw the sunrise at 5:30 or 6:30 in the morning, I forget when. Then we still had to hike down into Machu Picchu, which was very difficult because
I'm sure
the stones. Yeah, it's hard to describe these kind of cobblestones, and we were very tired.
Steps.
Our body was done.
But you made it.
Yes.
I also know that you have visited Türkiye, and I have seen the beautiful photographs and travel stories you share in your book about your experience there. I know you prepare a book for your every travel. Since many of our viewers will be from Türkiye, I would really love to hear your thoughts and impressions about the country. And even I even know that you visited the ancient city of Sagalassos in Isparta, where we live, which is a special and historical place. It makes me especially happy because that is also the region where our home and rose gardens are located. And what was that experience like for you?
To travel in Turkey?
Yes.
Oh, well, first of all, I love the food. I love the people. Um, and just the beautiful scenery was exceptional. But for me as a Christian too, going to the church where the early church was, and seeing what was going on in Turkey and back in the day in the ancient times was very fascinating for me. And the fact that a lot of it is still there. Your people have kept it and not destroyed a lot. I mean, a lot of it has been destroyed just by
Yes.
weather and
Yes, by weather.
wars probably, but I think it's really neat that your country has kept a lot of it for the
Yes, we
Christian
had a lot.
tourists and for us to experience it. It's fascinating, like Ephesus or Izmir,
Yes, Izmir.
to see that where the water used to be. Like we hiked up the mountain right overlooking Ephesus. So like most tourists don't do that. They just go to Ephesus, but we hiked up the mountain and then you can look down, but you can see where the ocean is and how far it has receded. It's fascinating. So yeah, I just really love the history. Very, I want to go back to Turkey. I want to go to a lot of other places. So, but we never go to the same place twice. That's our philosophy in life.
But did you count how many countries you visited?
We did, but I couldn't tell you now. We have this interesting map that you scratch off, but I couldn't tell you right now.
And is there still a dream destination you would love to visit one day?
Oh, yeah. There's many places really. I would love to go to Scandinavian countries, and most people tend to go there in the summer, but I almost would love to go in the winter and see what it's really like. But then somebody said to me, it'll be dark.
Yes.
Like, oh, maybe I won't go then in the winter. So yeah, like just the Scandinavian countries. And my family's background is the Dutch and English, and the Dutch, of course, originated through the Vikings, and that's why the Dutch are very tall as well.
Yes.
They come from.
And I saw your husband is very tall.
2 meter, 2.5 meters.
Yes,
Yeah,
2 meter.
he's a tall man.
Yes. You said one time you took a helicopter tour, but you paid 1.5 price for your husband.
Told you that?
Yeah.
And now it's on video. Yes,
I can
That's
remove.
okay. He had to pay a price and a half because he was tall and that,
Yes.
and a little on the heavier side. So
It is so nice too. I saw your picture when you were so young, and you both are very artistic look. Still, you have artistic look.
Aw.
I love it. And I want to learn about how to live in Canada. What do you think to live in life in Canada? What can you say about that?
What is it like to live in Canada? Some advice for people wanting to come to the country, you mean?
As a Canadian, I think you were born in Canada, and for many people who wants to come and live in Canada, because Canada is an immigrant country.
Yes.
And what do you want to say?
I'll give you a story. My boys were playing road hockey across from our house. And this gentleman came to our house and complained, and he said, "Those boys should not be allowed to play on the street." And I nicely said to him, "I am really sorry that this disturbs you, sir, but this is what we do in Canada. We play road hockey, and all the neighbors know it. And when they come around, they're driving, they just toot their horn, and the kids move their goalie nets, and the guy drives by, and then they resume. That's how it is in Canada." This gentleman was from another country, and he was not happy. And so I said to him, "You now live in Canada, and you need to learn the culture, the
Yes,
traditions.
it is a
But we will
culture,
honor that, and we will try to, at 5 o'clock, we'll try to not have the kids playing hockey when you coming home from work, so you don't have to wait." So I would say, as an immigrant coming into this country, to really try to experience as much of the country as you can. Learn to skate, or at least watch. Go to Nathan Phillips Square and watch them skating. Go up a mountain and experience, maybe skiing. Travel in. Go to the forest. Learn to camp. Many immigrants have never camped in their life.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, but go with somebody who knows what they're doing and experience camping in the forest. It's fantastic.
They are your culture.
Yeah.
Culture.
Well, I realize that not everybody likes the great outdoors. There's bugs. There's,
Yes.
Things that, but
Everywhere bugs, and Canadian government doesn't want them, get rid of them.
yeah, we need the bugs to feed the other bugs, to feed the other bugs. It's just the way it is.
Yes.
But trying to learn a country, to experience a different culture, I think you just really need to get your hands dirty. You need to get in there, get involved in different communities, even, like I was telling you this morning, come to my group where we're learning this, or you come to my knitting group. If you stuck only in your Turkish groups,
Yes,
it's nice, but you're not really experiencing other cultures. As our knitting group, we have people from all over the world.
Yes.
Chinese, Japanese, Turkish,
Sorry.
Ukrainian. What else we have?
Scottish,
Polish.
yes.
We have a lot of different groups or nationalities, if you will, in our group, and it's wonderful to experience different.
How did you start for your knitting club? You hosted the knitting club in your house, at your house? How
Good
did you
question.
start?
About
When?
10, 11, 12 years ago, I was attending a women's Bible study, a very large women's Bible study, and I'd been in it for 16 years, and I learned a lot, and I loved it. But I heard the Lord saying to me, "When are you going to start just practicing what you're learning, just loving people, getting into the community?" So I stopped, and so I asked the Lord, "Now what? Now what do I do with my Wednesday mornings?" And he said to me, because I really believe that God can speak to us, in my heart, he said, "What do you love to do?" And I'm like, "Well, I love knitting." He says, "Well, then start a knitting group." And I wanted to get to know the people in my community. And so I put an invitation out, and I got right away 6 women, and slowly over the years, I've counted the women. I've probably had 65 women in my knitting group over the years.
Oh, 65.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because some of them had to go back to work. They had they moved away.
And as a Canadian, you are very respectful about for the other religions, and you don't care. You just care if the person is nice or not nice.
or want to knit.
Or what? Who knows? Yes, not who knows the knit.
No,
Who wants to
wants
knit?
to knit.
Yes, you're right.
Oh yeah, no,
Which
I
is a
love.
peaceful thing, and
Yeah.
as a Canadian people is so kind and nice, and that's why it is so nice to live in Canada too.
Good.
Everyone is very respectful.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. Yes, of course, we are all human.
Well, there's some that are not so nice towards other races, but
Yeah,
that's not me.
not
No.
me too. Yes, yes, not me too. What advice would you give to young people about following their passion?
Well, first of all, you need to find out what you're passionate about, and if there are that you're passionate about, that you should just ask questions. How can I pursue this? Not to try to do it on your own. You know, we're put in a community, and learning from one another is key. So find somebody with maybe questions, and yeah, and sometimes you need support too. So you need to find support people. Again, getting into a community is key. Not being isolated.
That's right. What does a meaningful life look like to you? Actually, hold our interview. You say summarize. If you can summarize it, what can you
Meaningful
say?
life.
Meaningful life. Look.
Knowing what you're passionate about, knowing what you've been called to do, and being obedient and doing it. That's basically, what I think. And I realize though that not everybody has the resources to be able to follow their passions. Like there could be somebody who's an artist that would love to paint and make a living on it, but they can't because they can't make enough money. So they have to do another job in order to support that passion. And that other job might be just a mundane, boring job that they hate. But in order to do the one they like, they have to do that. And that's difficult. I get that. I find that whatever you're doing, if you are thankful, like thankful that you have that mundane job, thankful that you get to go in your car and drive, that is what gives meaning and gives the ability to do a mundane job like that. Thanksgiving is huge. If you are thankful, it's really hard to be thankful when you're angry at somebody.
Yes, that's right.
If you're not enjoying your job, like when I had 4 children and I used to have cloth diapers back in the day. And there I am rinsing dirty diapers in the toilet, and I'm so upset that I have to do this. But when I realized I'm thankful, I said to the Lord, I'm thankful that I have children. I'm thankful about many things. It changed the way I thought about doing those terrible jobs.
Yes.
Yes. Washing the floors. I'm thankful that I have a house that it changes everything. So being thankful gives meaning.
What you said you have 4 children. They are all grown up now.
Mm-hmm.
What are they doing?
Well, my eldest daughter, Alicia, she is married and has 3 children. She is a beautiful artist. She paints and does all kinds of amazing things. And she's a teacher. She teaches art in the very school that she went to school. And her husband works for the city of Oakville as a city planner, doing amazing things. Then I have another daughter, and she is married to an American in Montana. She went to a Bible college in Northern Ontario with 40 students, and one of them was American. Guess where she lives? In the States. They have 3 children, and he is in construction, and she is a homeschooled mom. Schooling mom, yep. They're very busy. And then I have a son Joel, he lives in Toronto and he is a Toronto police officer.
Oh, that's
But before that, he played for the CFL, the Toronto Argonauts, and won a Grey Cup.
oh.
Yeah, and then he played again went to 2 more Grey Cups with the Hamilton Ticats, and then he became a police officer. He's 6'9".
Oh, I was asking about it.
Yes, he's a big boy.
Tall.
Yeah, and he is not married. He's currently dating someone. And then I have my youngest son is Matthew, and he is married to a Mexican, and they have a beautiful daughter, and they're expecting again. He is in construction and doing, lots of hard work.
That's nice. That's very nice. Colleen, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful stories, experiences, and wisdom with us today. You are truly an inspiration through your music, your creativity, your generosity, and your adventurous spirit. And I'm so grateful for this lovely conversation. And I know everyone watching will enjoy hearing your story as much as I did. Thank you again for being here.
You are so welcome.